The opposite of rushing isn't slowing down. Strange? Let me explain. When we are under pressure, people often tell us, slow down. It sounds like good advice, right? But what if we have been solving the wrong problem? What if the opposite of rushing isn't slowing down? When there's an emergency, when your child suddenly runs into the road, when a train is about to leave, sometimes slowing down is exactly the wrong thing to do. So, if the opposite of rushing isn't slowing down, what is? I remember traveling in Japan many years ago. Somehow I found myself standing on the wrong platform. Then came the announcement. My train was about to leave. What should I do? Slow down? Of course not. I grabbed my bag and ran as fast as I could. Fortunately, I stepped onto the train just as the doors were closing. If I had slowed down, I would almost certainly have missed it and spent the night there. Looking back, I realized something interesting. Although I was moving very quickly, I wasn't rushing. There's a difference. We often mistake speed for rushing, but speed belongs to the body, rushing belongs to the mind. Think about the Formula One driver. At over 300 kilometers an hour, no one would call that slow. Yet the greatest drivers aren't frantic. Their minds remain remarkably clear. Or think about a surgeon performing a life-saving operation. Every second matters. The hands move quickly, the decisions come instantly. Yet what makes the surgeon effective isn't speed, it is clarity. The same is true of a martial artist. When an opening appears, there is no time for hesitation. The body responds immediately, but the mind remains calm. Pressure doesn't require a slower body. It requires a clearer mind. Because under pressure, we don't usually lose our ability, we lose our clarity. Perhaps that's why we make mistakes under pressure. Not because we are moving too quickly, but because our minds begin to race ahead of the present moment. We stop responding to what is happening. We begin reacting to what might happen. And that's when clarity disappears. But there's something even deeper. Life itself doesn't seem to ask us to move at one speed. Some things require urgency, others refuse to be hurried. Think about the things that matter most: trust, wisdom, recovery, mastery, friendship, love, leadership. Each has its own pace. Trying to force them usually delays them. Perhaps the problem isn't that we are moving too fast or too slowly. Perhaps we have lost touch with rhythm. Think about breathing. You inhale, you exhale. Neither can exist without the other. Think about music. Without rhythm, even the most beautiful notes become noise. Think about the changing seasons or the beating of your heart. Life is full of movement, but life doesn't move in a straight line. It moves in rhythms. Perhaps wisdom is not learning to move more slowly. Perhaps wisdom is learning the rhythm of life. So if the opposite of rushing isn't slowing down, what is it? It is clarity. The clarity to know when to pause, when to sprint, when to speak, when to listen, because life is not asking us to move more slowly. Life is asking us to move in rhythm.